See how that goes for us, right? You recording?
Of course I am.
Recording? You're recording. I'm going to get out from behind the thing. I keep standing behind it for some reason.
And here we go.
Cam, Gabby.
Nobody.
And they watch it.
Nobody. The Bermuda Triangle.
We're in Bermuda?
I wish we were in Bermuda. It's cold in here, Ed.
It is. Over this side's colder than the middle was where we didn't have a signal. I'll put this ball in play. Picked up by Cam. Mabel off the hands. Jasmine. Rachel's on the back. Picked up. They're going to keep going to
May right there for the make sure it don't come over. I wonder if we're broadcasting in the bar today.
I don't know. You keep going to 33. Might be a little bit early for that. Yeah, isn't it 9:50 there?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That is correct. But I don't think it's 5 o'clock.
It's only 10 o'clock back home. Right?
Alex.
Because it's 11 here. Oh, that's a good cut shot. Holy cow. So it's 1-2. Bucklemont shoot.
Monsiano put the ball in play. Picked up by Cam in the back. Jazz saves that one. Cam's going to free ball it over.
Need a block. Need a block. Need a block.
Knock it up.
They did that slide that we were talking about during warm-ups, watching them do it. They do it over and over and over.
Did they do it over again?
1-3.
Yeah, it's going to be an ace.
1-4.
It's got to get the rhythm back, get the rhythm of the night.
You know, Eddie, the rhythm is going to get you.
That's what I hear.
At least that's what Miami Sound Machine taught me.
Luckily, we're not in Miami.
2-4. Well, if we were in Miami, it'd be warmer. We just wouldn't be able to see volleyball right now.
That's right.
And I might be okay with that.
What, it being warmer or not being able to see volleyball?
Yes.
Pick up the back. Free ball coming over. Not coming over.
3-4.
And all of a sudden, here we are right back in the ball game.
May serves. And Nelson's right there.
Nelson.
Clean up on aisle 21. Nelson says, excuse me, coming through.
Yep. Going to put this up here. I'm going to put it down over there.
I'm going to send this over, and if you want to, you send it right back.
Picked up in the back, goes to the outside, off the hands. Alex Sparrow.
Good
Rachel
back set.
Off the tap.
That was a really good back set there.
Free ball coming to Alex.
Short set.
Short.
Nelson.
Nelson off the hands.
There's that short set again on their side. They do not set it above the net. They set it at the height of the net, and then the middle just rolls it over. And so you don't really track it like it's a hit. It's 4-5. But they were doing that in warm-ups, and they did it in their first match.
Cam, Farah, Rachel from the outside.
You see, they just
don't see it coming.
Yeah, it's just some different shots that you've not seen before. And they don't really hit the traditional shots when they do that. And it's unexpected, so you got to be ready for anything here.
Picked up by Rachel. Fair to Rachel. Can get pushed over the block.
Oh, that was a knee waiting to go.
Yeah, everybody collapsed into each other there. Nelson, kind of a change-up shot.
Well, this team covers well, too. Rachel blocks it, and it's in.
It's in. That was right at the line. I wasn't sure which way that was going.
Blocked it right down on the line. Boy, I'm really glad nobody got hurt. That was ugly.
It was.
So Neela's going to serve here. She is in for Rachel. Nobody really knows what's going on, but it is our serve.
Neela. So rocket to the back. Roll shot too short.
6-6.
Neela a little bit short. Menciano put the ball in play. It's kind of like the last game, just a couple of serves each side. That's a little bit long. Take it. Steve, that's 2 hits.
You get 3 or 6.
So double.
And in fairness, the chair hit it right back to me.
That is true. It was played back, so you get another hit.
Oh, that was a
That was
rocket. Holy cow.
That's it. 4.
You don't get 4. You get 3 or 6.
Oh, wrong person.
Oh, good job by Nelson.
Push the outside. Gabby. Kind of a change-up going over. 33, that's wide. Nope, she calls it in.
Apparently not.
She
8-8.
She's looking at her. She wasn't sure that it was.
Well, both of them called it, but I think I
Well,
don't
she's
understand.
calling it because she can't see it.
I don't understand why the other. I guess they're just mimicking what the other
Yes.
line judges.
She shouldn't be calling. The one down here should not be calling that because she can't see the in or out.
Apparently,
Oh.
neither can the other one.
Yeah. Gabby with a roll.
You need a block here. There it is. Nelson puts it right back in her face.
She went up too
9-8.
early and couldn't get it back up.
So Nelson goes to sit. May comes in for her, and Cam will serve here, up by 1.
Kamari deep in the back. Middle. Hit.
Yeah, you don't want her to get set up. I mean, you can handle the little dunks and dekes they do, but when their middle gets set up, she can hammer a ball, and she just did there. So tied at 9.
Menciano put the ball into play. Looks like a service error. What? Double service
They
error?
didn't really put the ball in play. They just fit it into the.
I thought she had a foot fault back there. I saw it looked like she stepped on the line, but it didn't matter. She put it in the net, so.
So Rachel will come in for Neela now. Barra back to serve. Up by 1, 10-9. Well, that's a good cut shot. 10-10.
Ace.
10-11.
Ace, baby.
We'll hear a lot of noise. Interesting fun fact here. We are right off the north end of the runway at Muhammad Ali International Airport, in Louisville. And there's
we were right at something. It sounded like there was an airport at the hotel all night.
Yeah, it's right off the freeway. May puts it down and ties it at 11. But we are literally right on the end of the runway where we're at. The approach is just behind the building, and so you'll hear a lot of loud noises as we go through the day.
Yeah, it
The
sounded like
large UPS cargo hub here too, so they have jumbo jets coming in and out.
Sound like there's a plane running behind the hotel all day.
If you're an aviation buff, this is not a bad place for you to be, and you can go. We get breaks. I used to go sit on the end down there and just watch the planes come in and out.
11,
This is a
12.
real airport, unlike St. Louis is kind of a regional airport. So. Good bump set.
Jasmine.
Wow, good bump set by Rachel, and Jasmine hammered it.
That's some hard jazz right
A rare
there.
assist from Rachel, but man, that's some smooth jazz.
That's some hard jazz. She creamed that
She
thing.
did. She wasted no effort at all. Tied at 12.
The roll shot in the ball because they've been
Oh,
blocked.
good
Oh,
play.
nice play.
Rachel
Oh,
almost
right to
had
the
her.
block.
So off the hands and down, and it's 12-13. And
I mean, obviously it always sucks because you don't get that point, but you got to the block. You know what I mean? You weren't successful, but you were there. It's a matter of getting your hands closed. Jazz long.
I thought there was a tip, but I guess not. So 12-14. I've noticed that as much as she resists the feeling to want to play on the right side, she's a better blocker from the right side than she is from the left side. Another slide. They did that again.
Right on top of that. Jazz going to just roll that in.
Boy, she's cutting that ball big.
Yeah. That back row picked up by Alex.
Oh, Rachel bombs one. Picked up. Oh,
two.
Way
over.
to stay with
Nice.
it there.
Alex was right on top of that one. Nobody. They
left
saw each
Nelson
other
hanging
coming.
out to dry. She had the block. And everybody kind of watched it, and it's 12-15.
Two of them were coming in, and they saw each other, so nobody dove for it. I think they would have got that.
Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. The collision avoidance system had kicked in there.
Rachel with a roll shot. That was a good
how
spot.
are they covering that? So 16-12 now. Munciana leads this by 4.
Yeah, it's getting close to. We need a.
Yeah, I was thinking it might happen here, but it didn't. 12-16.
Just got to break the momentum more than anything. It's not that there's
That
necessarily.
thing hits the top of the net. That'll do it. It's timeout now. South side trailing by 5. And I would argue that they're playing better this set than they did in the first match.
Absolutely. But they're still. You haven't
Better
quite got the
competition.
rhythm going. They can get the rhythm moving, and they can get moving kind of down the tracks.
Well, but you're being taken out of your system by your opponent.
Right.
The last match, we kind of took ourselves out. You just got to overcome that. This is a better opponent than we had in the first.
Right. Well, they're playing better than the team we played in the first.
Not an insurmountable 5-point here.
We've been with them the whole time, and it's just a matter of getting on our rhythm a little bit. We're letting them get in theirs, and we need to get into ours.
The rhythm's going to get you.
It is. Rachel, into outside Jazz.
Yeah.
A little too short of a set that time.
Try to get too cute. You can kind of see it coming because the hitter was in the air before the ball got to the setter.
Yeah.
So Alex is in for Rachel.
Neela
is in for Rachel. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Was that an ace?
Yeah, it was an ace.
Okay.
So 14-17.
You threw me off by saying Alex was in for Rachel.
Yeah, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, good job by Barra.
Play by Barra.
Really the only thing she could do.
Right.
And there's that set. Again, they executed. If you watch them play in their first set, you saw, or the first match, you saw that over and over and over. And they telegraph it. You got to be ready for it. Because she literally runs half the width of the court to get there. You see her making a run, you got to know it's coming. Sell out for it.
Yep.
Well, that was ugly. 15-18.
What'd you call me?
I didn't call you anything. I don't mess with people who have firearms. Gabby in for Alex. Now with Jasmine back to serve, trailing by 3. She sends a real odd one over the net. Will look really good. There's a short set Nelson. She pushes it to the left. And that's
There's
blocked.
the blocking in.
I don't know who got it. Nelson and Barrow were both there. One of the Sophias got it. And it's 16-18. That's a big play there. Well, just an absolute screamer and an ace. 17-18 now, trailing by 1. Jasmine wants to keep this thing going here.
They're readjusting people based on her serve.
And she blisters one into the middle. This is going to be a free ball at best.
Jazz. Barrow.
Nelson saw it coming. They couldn't do anything about it, and it's 18-18 as Nelson gives them the half Nelson there.
I'm ready for a little full Nelson action like we saw in the warm-ups.
Tell you, you can see it coming. Barra got the ball, and she short set to Nelson in the middle, and they could not get there, and it's tied up.
Yeah, when Nelson has that timing
Another
down
screamer. That thing moved 8 ways to Sunday, and another free ball over.
Coming. Hit it now. Hit it.
This is going to be a slide to Nelson. She pushes it left. That is blocked by Nelson. Whoa, Nelly. A timeout called by Munciana. 19-18 lead here. First lead of the match of this set for Southside. All the way back from a 5-point deficit to lead by 1.
They were down, what, like 17-13, something like that?
Oh, it was 17 to 12, I think, yeah.
Somewhere in that.
Hold on, we got something going on over here.
What's that?
Mays
Mays
contact
Band-Aid or something.
Oh, and
contact issue.
another ace,
ace,
and it's 2018. Folks, this is a big match here. If you can win these two.
I'll tell you what, I probably shouldn't say it, but in all 3 of these games, the late runs came from Jasmine's serve.
Another just absolute bullet. And Nelson's
blocked
there!
by Nelson.
21-18. And Nelson and Jasmine are
flip that off?
Everybody, jump on our backs. We got you.
As long as we can keep Nelson in the front.
Look at that. Holy cow.
That's not coming.
That's forced by the great serve into the right corner.
It changes the setup.
What was a
out.
5-point deficit is now a 4-point lead.
It's
Another bullet. There's another
There's an
shank.
ace.
Another ace, and it's 23-18. They simply have no answer for Jasmine Thomas right now.
And it's that case when that tide turns, there's
Eddie,
nothing you
ball
can
is
use,
just
right?
knuckling over the net, and she's putting it wherever she wants to put it right now. And the ball comes on the court.
We're going to do that over.
Which I honestly thank you, because that was not one of the better serves.
That was just a lollipop.
Might have
over
done
the
us
net.
a favor. We'll see in just a second here.
And you can see the movement on this. She's serving from right in front of the camera. You can watch how that ball changes
she just
direction.
floated it in the back. She floated it. They were all waiting for the express, and they got the local. She float served it, and they didn't know what to do with it, and it's match or set point 24-18. Another floater. And I really don't know what to do with that one either, and that's just a bad.
Neela just
slipped and fell when she was trying to go get that, and it's 24-19, but it's also
that's also set point, so that was coming anyway.
It's kind of a predetermined.
The predetermined route.
Yeah. So match or set point number 2. Set point, not match point. Set point.
That's not gonna.
It's 24-20, set point number 3. Back set Nelson.
A little bit long.
We got set point number 4, and it's 24-21, and she looked like she's trying to guide that instead of just hammering it.
Yeah. Just play the game. It's not gotten here this far. Neela. Para, Gabby down the line.
Need a block. They went for the quick hit. It was there,
Gabby
but
with a roll shot.
we covered it nicely.
Net.
Net on
Yep.
them, and that closes it out. So your Southsiders stay undefeated here, 25-21. We're on to set 2. Good comeback there.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, 5-point deficit turned into a 5-point lead at one point before they started pecking away there at the end. But once we got up to 24, there was really nothing they could do. So a little break here between sets. Easier said than done. All right, so
You must be talking about the broadcast.
Yeah, well, that's neither easy or good.
Nor done.
Well, it can be done if
Could
everybody
be done. Yeah.
wants it done. By the way, if anybody wants to have a shot at the old broadcast, let us know. We'll be happy to sit one out. Let somebody else do it for a.
We have an open mic night.
A set or. Much respect for that coach right there.
Yep.
Hey, you're not ready. We're ready. Where are you at?
Yep.
One over the top.
Nope, just made his point.
Yep. So Barra is here. She's ready to go.
Down the middle.
Point
start off that
with
way.
an ace. 1-0 quickly.
Let's start off the way we ended. This is one of those things when you get on a team at the end of that set like that and that tide turn the way it did, if you can get a jump on them early, it's going to be tough for them to regain that momentum and get back on it and come back to the form that they had in the beginning of that first set.
Free ball over.
Oh, Neela!
They call it in.
Looked out from here, but I can't
You gotta
really see
like what happened there, Eddie, where she had two options. She had the middle coming and Neela behind, and she went the back set. Both of them jumped simultaneously. They
Nobody
didn't know
knew
who to
where it was
cover,
going,
and there
right.
was no block. So that's something we haven't seen much of, but I really like.
I've been saying a lot about especially at this age, because you're getting close to the point that it's not going to start to work anymore. With those fakes, nobody's going to know what's going on.
Oh, we'll take it.
There's that short set.
Neela pulls it off the block.
To the ref.
To the ref. To the ref.
That is correct. She didn't know who hit that?
No, she was messing with one of the. Yeah. So 3-0.
Making sure the line judge is paying attention?
I think the line judge is adequately paying attention after being ripped.
I'm sure. She could probably make every call in this game after that.
Yeah. I'm here, Coach.
Ooh, good pickup.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't know who that player is, but that's like the fourth or fifth
Yeah,
cut
33.
shot.
33, they've been going to her. At the beginning of the last set, she was the go-to person, and then it tapered off, and they kind of started going everywhere.
Well, I'll tell
but
you
in the
what,
beginning, front, back, they were setting to her.
those cut shots would hit in front of the 3-meter line.
Cam, Barra, Rachel's going to push that across. That was a tough spot. That was a good spot for Rachel to put that in. Picked up, but not gotten to.
So 3-2 now.
I'd have missed that.
Seemed like on that one, then instead of moving their feet, they tried to lunge, and
Yeah.
I think they had more time than they thought they had.
Munciano to put this ball on the play. Down
That's
the
right
line
on
and
the
out.
line. That's right.
She's calling it in.
She's
She
over.
says it's out.
I'm going
Okay.
to tell you, if she'd have called it in, I'd have been okay with that. It looked like it was right on the line. So we'll take the point. We could use the break, and
Yep.
it's 4-2.
Alex in for
This time
Rachel?
it is Alex for Rachel.
Yes. Stop confusing me with the facts. Alex, put this ball in play. Deep in the middle. Two players go for it.
Another
Picked
touch
up by
there. A couple of them can cut that ball. Neela says,
Neela!
cut this. Then it's 5-2.
Say that cut shot, if Barrow would have let that go, would have been out.
Maybe. But, I mean, they do a good job of that.
I mean, I'm not saying she should have let that go necessarily.
Yeah.
She was in a spot where she kind of had to play that. But I think she cut it hard enough that it was going to be out.
Well,
But
didn't
she
matter.
did a good job playing
Neela
it.
said,
Yeah.
cut this.
Yeah. We'll show you how to cut it.
Perfect serve.
Nice back corner.
Wow. Not much they could do with that. Outside
Outside
Jasmine. She rips one. You see the confidence starting to build now.
Yeah,
Little by little.
the Tide is still on our side of the court here.
Everybody is starting to get confident, and things are starting to happen just like you want them to.
Oh, this I don't know if this is the first seed or not, but this may be the toughest team. The other team we have to play this after this later.
Neela got that on the way up.
She's going to be pretty
a little
rough.
too confident there, and it's 6-3. Trade them points. I don't care.
Yep. So I think this is the toughest team. You get a little bit of confidence going forward. That other team, forget who it was, that 4-1-4, the Milwaukee
team. Yeah.
They're
good
not.
job by Jasmine.
There's
See that below?
It's
That's a lift.
It's a lift.
That's what I'm saying. They do that a lot and don't get called for it. That ball's below the net.
Yeah,
when you
and she
jump like that and
picks
you
it up.
cup the ball,
She
that's
doesn't
a
touch
lift.
it, she picks it up.
It's
I mean,
a
it's
lift.
like the definition of a lift.
So 6-4, but they do it. I've been talking about that. They did it a lot in their first match. And they're not getting called for it. But we got a way to get even there, and it's 7-4 now. Nelson
The
back in
volleyball
for
gets
Mabel.
giveth.
The volleyball
God
gods take it away.
away.
So Camry back to serve now, up by 3. And she just
She's-
big time foot
yeah.
faulted.
She stutter stepped.
She got crossed up and should have just dropped the ball. I think you can drop it.
She didn't have to. She didn't throw the ball. She could have stopped and backed up.
Yeah.
And once you release the ball was the issue.
I mean, that was not even close. Her whole foot was in. Mr. Magoo could have called that foot fault. But that's
Yeah,
okay.
we'll take
Here we
that.
go, and it's 8-5. So Gabby will come in for Neela. Gabby will serve. Up by 3. Trade them points. Nobody cares. You're up by 3.
Gabby with
Can't
a
do that.
streamer.
8-6. You don't want to give them anything.
Yeah. Let's stop trading service errors and
Well, you can do that the rest of the game. That's fine, 1 for 1, but you hate to give points away.
that's what I always say about playing out balls. I hate giving up 3 points. Cam, Farah,
Jasmine
Jazz.
off the block.
and she catches the ball in the back. It caught her in an awkward spot, and it just kind of went in her face.
Alex goes out. Rachel comes in. Alex and Cam are going to have to start talking. They're walking right in front of each other. Somebody's going to get hurt.
Yep.
They're taking balls away from each other. Somebody's going to have to take charge there. And guess what? Another ace
girls
from your
almost-
friend and mine, Jasmine Thomas.
Two girls almost collided back there again on that serve. 10-6 your score. Going to the outside to 33
And a block.
blocked. She called 4 hits on that.
Timeout now.
Okay. That was clearly blocked. But nonetheless, I mean, it went down, but she called 4 hits rather than calling the.
So 11-5, Southside leads here. Momentum is carried over from the last set. Hopefully it carries us all the way through.
I didn't see momentum here.
That's why you're the best, Eddie.
That is correct. Always observant. I'm right on top of that.
11-6.
Jasmine's going to put the ball in the play.
11-6. We're just going to let that go. Just let it go.
Yep.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Oh, and another
an
thank
ace.
you very much.
Ace.
Another ace.
Baby, it's 2 out of 3.
12-6.
Ain't bad, so Meatloaf says.
Of all the places we go for volleyball, this is probably the best setup.
Yes, I'm very happy with this one. This
is probably the
center.
Well done, not too crammed in, and there's enough parking. Well, they finally got into system, and it's 12-7, 5 points. 5-point lead, but I'm okay trading points. Actually, 2 for 1 would be even better. Just like Daubers.
That was 3.
Just like Daubers at the
Grandpa Pigeons.
Grandpa Pigeons.
Oh, nice save by.
And it's 12-8.
Kind of save by. What's
Not
her
to
name?
be confused with Bobbers.
Kamari. Right. Those are at Kmart.
Blue light special. We're getting a little taste of our own medicine here. 12-9.
I need to.
Kind of picking on our back row here. We need to tighten up, but little taste of our own medicines. This is exactly what it looks like when Jasmine serves.
Right.
See where they go now.
Gabby, right in the middle.
A little easier serve
Rachel.
there. Rachel goes off the block. And an extraordinary effort had to be made there. So let's see if we can put one out. Rachel rolls it deep. Need to put a down ball down. That's not going to work.
Trying that short thing again, and it's not working for him.
So 13-9 once I get done jacking with the score there. Nelson
It's like a combination. You got to spin it to get to the right one.
I guess. 4-point lead. Nelson
with a rocket right over the
Holy
net.
Cow.
That's
out.
It's
out. 14-9 like they're going to care what we say or even hear us.
What?
And that wasn't quite as out as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it did kind of die, but it was definitely out.
14-9. It is 14-9, not 13-10, right?
Yes.
Okay, there's an issue with the score. Shocking.
Rachel off the hands.
High hands over pass.
Yep.
Oh, that's a double.
Double.
That's a double. Hey, Cam, check the score. It should be 15-9.
Nelson, short on the right side.
Leaving it 14-10, but I don't think that's right. That's
out. Oh.
We're getting screwed out of points and calls now. Well, much to my
15-10
displeasure, I'm changing it to 14-11 because that's what it says, and they're not going to. I think they need to look at the score. It needs to be 15-10. Whatever. They gave the wrong. Somebody got the wrong point, so whatever. Up by 3.
Not gonna change the game.
Suck that. 15-11.
16-10.
You got to stay with what we already checked. So
Gabby's
apparently
out.
there's a team here called the Ducks because a lot of moms are
There's
wearing Mighty
Ducks
jerseys. And so that's the duck guy that was in the whatever you want to call it earlier, and that is a perfect serve by Farah back in that corner. Good dig there. Outside Neela.
Blocked. Night pick up.
Rachel rolls it. That's a good shot too.
It was a good job by Rachel to come in and save the day on that one.
Got to get this point. Got to get this point. You're not going to get it.
Nope.
15-12. Boy, you really got to have it. When you dig that, you really got to have them. Those are momentum switchers right there. Hopefully we can get the ball back and not have that happen. But, oh, man, you make a great play. You really got to finish it. May on the line. Oh, my goodness gracious.
I think it was out.
15-13. 2 points. All of a sudden the calls are not going our way.
All right, we got to get back up, get the momentum going.
When you get knocked down, you got to get up again.
That's what I hear.
Rachel.
Nice
puts
spot.
one down. 16-13. A timeout. Oh, sorry, sub. I thought he went like that.
Yeah.
So Alex in for Rachel. 16-13. I was like, that's an odd timeout.
That's why, because it was a sub. Deep
tip. Ace, 17-13. Thank you very much for the assistance.
I think it just moved right at the last minute when she tried to play that. And Alex goes to the same spot.
Well, they've been picking on that spot all day. That's going to be long.
Out.
18-13. You end up winning this set, this match. Your servers won it for you.
Oh, absolutely. Jasmine on that big run that first set. Haven't had a big run. We've had some pretty consistent little stints. Big block by Mabel.
Hello, Mako.
Is that the new?
19-13 and a
That's a timeout
on the floor. You gotta like that. That's appropriate, right? Blocks it. I told you we're gonna get something for everybody by the time we get done with the season.
We won't remember what it is by the time the end of the season.
I don't know where that one came from.
I don't know.
It was an old commercial.
It is. Hello, Mako.
19-13. Again, up by 6 now.
Should be up by 7 because the score's wrong. 8, actually. 20-12.
Let it go. Let it go.
20-12 on aisle 4.
Yeah. Clean up on the scorer's table.
Yeah. No kidding there.
I made peace with it already.
Hey, you don't lose a game because somebody gets a wrong point.
Well, sure you do. If they get too many points, then...
Well, too many.
19-14. Southside by 5.
2013.
Ignore the voices in your head, Ed.
Picked up by Alex. Cam Jazz rolls that in the middle.
Block.
Picked up by Jazz. She's right there for that one.
Neela.
Boy, off the hands.
Cream that.
Picked up by Alex.
Watch this. Bang. Oh.
Nope.
She didn't hit it.
Too close to net.
Whoops.
Ooh.
Thank God somebody was behind her, right?
Not really.
That didn't go over, and it's 19-15. That was off the top of the net.
Yep.
So down to a 4-point lead. Middle went over, almost threw her shoulder out trying to swing at that thing. Completely missed.
Cam. Barra Jazz.
There she is.
Out.
19-16.
You get your hand over the top of that ball and just push it too straight out.
Either side out.
That'll
Thank you. 2016. All you got to do is ask, Ed. So Nelson's back in.
Give it to you if you don't ask him for it.
The Nelson, the Hoover vacuum at the net is back in. Camry to serve. This one went a lot better than the last one.
Wow, somehow that came over.
Yeah. Nelson said nope. Off the block and down. So 2017. Again, I'm just fine trading points. Epic fail there. I'm okay with trading points the rest of the match. But you'd sure like to get a side out here.
Side out.
Nelson straight down. Boy, that hit the roof. And the roof's pretty high up here, folks.
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh. Good
Jazz
job by
roll.
Jazz.
Oh.
Little out, 2018, and I'm getting close to a timeout if I were Coach Lee here. I don't want this thing to get too far out of whack. Don't want to get them any closer.
I sure thought they were going to play that ball down the line.
Back set Neela into the net.
Short.
There's the timeout. 2019 timeout by Southside. 6-point lead down to 1. I don't know if this is a 2 out of 3 or not.
Yes.
So I'd really not. I really
Let's
don't.
not find out.
I really don't want to find out here.
We just finish
Well,
it
that's
in
a
2
tall
and be done.
kid right there.
Yeah, it is.
So out of the timeouts, Southside up by 1. Nunciana is serving. Need a side out. Need
They haven't
someone
really
to-
been doing anything spectacular. It's just
Need the
we've
one-
been a little sloppy, and the table's kind of even back out.
Need somebody to paste one into the floor here,
That's not it.
or a big block.
Right here. Picked up by Cam, Barra, Neal.
It's a free ball.
Mm,
Use it. Use it.
down now. Now.
Nelson.
We need to do a second hit.
Jazz
Jazz
dumps it
into
over the
the-
top,
nope.
but we haven't been able to get anything going here.
Cam, Alex.
There's
There we
Jazz.
are.
And they cover it. Good job by Alex to read that. Easy.
Found a good spot right there to try to push it.
Yeah, that
Yep,
didn't come
low.
over. And it's 21-19, 4 hits on them. They tried to use that short
short
set,
set,
it burned them.
And they're not getting it up over the net as much as they were before. That short set play that they're doing has been burning them.
So 21-19, or in Eddie's world, 23-18.
Picked up by
There's
Jazz.
22-19 now. 3-point lead. Oh, hello.
I thought she was throwing that back to our court. I'm like, no.
Gabby
Gabby,
sends one.
screaming in the back.
Tell you what, that was going long if it doesn't hit her. 23-19. Maybe take it just a little bit off of that one. So the Monsters Inc. score.
Correct. Set and match point if we were in reality.
Yeah, but we're not, so give it up.
Screamer in.
And they called it in. Big call there. And it's match point again.
Set and
Set match point to stay clean. Clean sheet for the day. She sends a floater over. That was a good
move.
idea.
Yep.
That's going to
That
do it.
didn't
That
come
didn't come
over.
over, and we're going to have a clean sheet. 4-0. And Eddie, that's big because now you're 4-0 going into the last match of the day for you.